This program is not intended for butthurt little bitches.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 5 of CRUZIN with Nick and NUXX.
Cinco for the Spanish speakers.
Cinco, amigo.
Cinco.
Yeah.
That's the only other language I can count in, so that's about as far as we give a fuck. I'm just playing. We'd really like for Germany to listen.
Fump for the Germans, for the Deutsch.
Finally, I learned something. I learned something on my own podcast.
So we've been through eins, zwei, drei, vier, vier. Oh, so I was wrong. Fump is 6.
A little off there. See, you're miseducation.
Look, man, I ain't here to educate nobody. I'm just, don't take me for fact. I mean, I'm not wrong a lot, but it can't happen. You guys have bore witness to it. Consider yourself special.
Yeah. Also, how's your fucking week been so far?
It's been a long week, brother, and it's only Tuesday.
All right. Only fucking Tuesday.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, what about you, man?
Man, this whole week so far has been, well, I can't say the whole week. Yesterday was shitty as fuck work-wise, but today I kind of got some good news. I may be switching jobs.
That's a good thing.
I don't have to deal with those pricks I deal with.
So when you leave, you're gonna do a Facebook Live video?
I'm going live as I pull off fucking half-baked shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. You too, because nobody up there is fucking cool.
So
at all.
Pretty much just fuck every one of you.
Suck my balls, I'm out this bitch.
Fuck you, suck my dick, I'm leaving.
Right, man. Yeah, fuck them. I hope it all pulls through, though. I hope I don't have to eat those words.
I'm just waiting. I'll just be waiting on Facebook to give me that notification that Nick has gone live.
And hope the police don't get called.
That would make for an interesting scene, I think.
It'll be
Definitely.
live. It'll be live, though.
I'm sure that shit'll be live. Live as a motherfucker.
Lit and live.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
All right.
We're going to have a decent show this week.
Yeah, we got a good show for you guys this week.
Got a buddy that I'm gonna call up here in a bit, which we're fixing to play some music for.
Yeah,
we're gonna kind of do the podcast a different way this week.
Yeah, we're constantly changing the format on you. You don't even know what the hell you're gonna get anymore.
That don't mean we ain't gonna say some stupid, sick shit.
Yeah, so get ready for all of that. But maybe next week we'll hop back in the car and continue actually cruising with Nick and NUXX. Yeah. But you're still cruising with Nick and NUXX regardless. So anyways, do you want to tell everybody who our special guest is going to be and whose music we're about to hear? And
our special guest this week, he goes by the name of Bobby Waters. I like to kind of call him Captain Bobby Waters.
Captain.
He's a buddy I've met last year through an event called Pirate Fest,
which we plugged last week.
Yes, we plugged last week, and we'll continue to plug all the way until August, because NICADEMUS will be there. And he gave this poor, no talent, white-breaded motherfucker here that you're listening to a chance to go up there and rock with some hard-ass, criminal-looking motherfuckers. And it was a blast.
So it was a fucking blast.
Yes, I fit right in. I fit right in. It was a blast. I mean, it was family event, if you really want to say, except for the music part, which, I would let my kids listen to it, because my kids understand that it's just music.
Yeah.
It's not real life. But, well, I can't say some of it is. Some of it is. But,
well, it's an expression of life,
Yeah. But you can't just go around acting out what you hear in music.
Exactly.
Like some of these idiots do.
Some people are just dumb as fuck.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just how it is, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So, anyways.
Yeah, he's a real good friend. We've gotten to know each other over the past year. He's from Ohio. And, he's the one that put the whole Pirate Fest together. He's the one that's made a bigger event this week than it was last year. I mean, this year is really panning out.
So last year was the first annual.
Last year was the first annual Pirate Fest, and it was a real decent turnout. There was probably about 50, 60 people there. And this year we're planning to double that so far.
Awesome.
So I'm really proud to be a part of it. It's kind of like my baby.
Yeah, there you go.
It is. It's the first festival I've ever played, and I hope I get to enjoy more years to come with it.
So it's not like a bastard child, though, right?
No. Not a bastard child. One I actually love.
I care about this one.
I buy this one Christmas presents.
Nice.
But yeah,
Very
we rocked out with people like Carnage, Dab City. Damn, please don't shoot me, guys, for that one. Dab City. Evil Dog Productions, which put on a damn good show. A whole family full of artists, and they rocked a stage together. They have a father and a couple of sons. It's actually a pretty damn good show.
Awesome.
And I got to back up Captain Bobby Waters last year, even not knowing most of his music.
Hype man.
Hype man, that motherfucker, like I was supposed to.
Awesome. So if you guys aren't doing shit in August, take your ass to Ohio and go to the second annual Pirate Fest. Just keep your eyes on our social media.
I'll throw the flyer up on the NIC&NUXX page.
Yeah, there'll be information up there for you guys to get ready for that. So cool. Sounds like a hell of a time.
Have you listened to Bobby?
I've heard a little bit of Bobby's stuff. You got some songs here that we're gonna check out. We got a newer one he just sent us. It just recently came out, right?
Yes, I believe it came out last month.
Yeah, it's a 2018 track. So we got something new of his we're gonna check out. And we're only gonna do 2 songs this week.
Yeah, we're gonna play 2 songs. I picked one, and you picked the one that you liked out of the album.
Yeah, out of the few that I heard, I picked one. I haven't been able to listen to the whole album yet, but from what I've heard, I picked one that I did like. So we're just gonna be sharing a track.
And we'll post the links to both places like we normally do.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna check these tracks out. Kind of put our 2 cents in, and then we're gonna get a call from Captain Waters.
Yeah, we're gonna call up Mr. Bobby and ask him how his poop deck is.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's clean.
Hopefully he's been swabbing that poop deck. He's got bitches walking his plank.
Most definitely. He's a very talented individual. It's different.
It's very different, you know, like pirate rap. Like, that's really cool to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely different.
All right, so what's the first song we're gonna hear, Nick? Is this the new one?
This is the new one. It is called Space Age 2018, and in my opinion, this is a bumping ass song. I've listened to it a couple of times since I've heard it, and I'm addicted. It's definitely in my playlist.
All right, awesome. Well, hell yeah. Let's hit play on this motherfucker and see what it's about.
I love his raspy voice.
Yeah, he's got a kind of a growly voice. But
He talks that way too. He definitely sounds like a old black man that's been smoking Newports all his life.
It's pretty bumping so far, though. I like the beat. I'm digging it.
And I gotta give it to him. He's all about underground music. and helping people, you know, get out there and he'll give you a shot. He'll give you a shot.
That's awesome. I'm all about giving somebody a shot, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I like to laugh.
Yeah, if you just can't wait to hit the link, you can always go to SoundCloud and look up Psychotic Lunatic. Because he's definitely psychotic. He's original. I gotta give him that.
Yeah.
He's definitely original. I'm proud to be a part of this pirate ship.
Hell yeah. He's definitely got his own flow. He's got his own vibe, man. I'm really digging that.
Oh yeah.
Smoking lace joints. Oh shit.
He smokes. He definitely smokes the shit out of some dope. I think the whole time we were at Pirate Fest, we'd be putting the roach out and we'd be lighting another one. And I gotta say, at last year's Pirate Fest, when he got up on that stage, it was the first time he had ever been on stage.
Really?
Yeah, he had never been on stage before.
So he organized a whole festival, and it was his debut on stage
Yes,
at
it
his
was.
own festival. That's
And
pretty
he rocked the
badass.
shit out of it.
That's badass.
In an all-white outfit. That shit was bumping.
Hell yeah.
Bumping. White eye patch and everything.
Nice. That's a pretty bumping track.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Production-wise, he does excellent work.
Does he do all of his own
He
shit?
does all of his own shit.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Everything that comes from Bobby Waters comes from Bobby Waters. I mean, I'm sure he has a couple of people that throw input and
Oh yeah, yeah.
shit like that. But from what I understand, yeah, he does all of his own stuff.
That's
He enjoys it. He loves doing this shit.
That's dope. You know, I mean, it's like what we do. You know, I mean, we bounce shit off each other all the time. You know, we got our associates that we work with.
Yep.
All right, so that was
it's-
Space Age 2018.
That was Space
That's a
Age
pretty bumping fucking
2018.
track, man. I'm really digging that. I like that. I like that.
Stop,
pretty good.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, stop your shit.
Such a touchy bitch.
Well, I think that's a pretty dope song. Very original. It's got its own kind of flow.
Most definitely.
I like his voice. You know, he's got an interesting voice. You can tell it's Bobby Waters. You know.
Yes, nobody can duplicate that.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody.
You know, nobody really like sounds. I mean, you got guys that kind of have that kind of same tone. They're in that same range, I guess. But I could pick him out probably.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, a lot of people try to make themselves sound that way.
Yeah, yeah.
And
exactly.
you can't make yourself sound that way. I mean, if it's not your voice, it's not your voice.
Yeah, if you're like forcing it or something like that. All right, so
You go ahead and introduce this one, 'cause you seem to get a giggle out of this song.
I like the title of it. It's funny. It's a good title, I think. So the next song we're gonna do, the name of it is The Booty Mac.
The Booty Mac.
I was just tickled by the name of it. And when I saw it, I was like, all right, I got to check this out. Let me skip on down and just check out what the Booty Mac's about. I was digging it. I like the song.
It was actually one he did last year.
Oh, he
at
did
the
that one
fi- at the
Nice.
fest.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good live one. Definitely.
Oh yeah, it was definitely bumping. Yeah. So without further ado,
Well, let's hit play on this shit and run through it, and then we'll give Mr. Bobby Waters a call.
It's the fucking Booty Mac, and I'm in a pirate hat. I got a treasure map, and I'm coming for that ass. It's coming for that ass. It's coming for that ass. I got a treasure map, and I'm coming for that ass. Fucking Booty Mac, and I'm in a pirate hat. I got a treasure map, and I'm coming for that ass. It's coming for that ass. It's coming for that ass. I got a treasure map, and I'm coming for that ass.
I like it.
One little bitch thought she whole deck just to get the dick. I said, slow down, baby. I might sound crazy, but I like my booty better. Fat and face. She ain't
This is one of the songs that just kind of made me go, okay, this is Bobby Waters, and he has made his presence in my world.
What I whispered in the ear. Hold up, skank. What did you think? When you ride these waves, you gotta walk the plank. She looked down fast and started to bang.
When you riding these waves, you gotta walk the plank, baby.
X marks the spot. I'm coming in hot. Hot so quick, I made a Paris squat. Fuck it, don't
That just makes me laugh every fucking time I hear it. Made a parent squat.
His quality just sounds like it's coming straight out of like an old school recording studio.
Yeah, I really like his beats and everything, man.
I believe he makes his own instrumentals.
Shit, okay.
I might be wrong.
We'll talk to him about that. Yeah, we'll talk to him about that because I really like the beats that I've heard so far from everything I've heard from it. Good, kind of sketchy, you know, kind of chill, but I mean, like the last song though. I mean, that was almost like trap, kind of, you know.
Well, you mean everything changes every year? Music changes, so you got to change with it, or you'll be left behind.
Yeah, you know, I think that's true within reason, but you also can't compromise.
Yeah,
you know, your music, how you want to do it.
Well, it doesn't sound right nowadays. You couldn't pull off the same shit you could pull off in the early '90s.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you couldn't just bust out like some, you know, 80s boom bath or something like that.
Yeah, unless you know what the hell you're doing.
You really got to be on that shit, you know. Got these bitches screaming on the track.
It wouldn't surprise me if he recorded that in the bedroom.
Making her walk the plank.
Making her walk that plank.
I definitely think he's got something going on here, man. I like his whole deal though, you know, his pirate rap. You know,
pirate.
That's pretty dope.
You never would have thought that went together as well as he's made it go together.
Right, exactly.
And after meeting him, there is tons of motherfuckers that do this. Like, there's a couple of them that are just like awesome.
Yeah, I saw he had some features on some of the songs on that album.
Yeah.
A bunch of different guys.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the Booty Mac.
The Booty Mac. I like it.
It is awesome.
The Booty Mac attack.
So let's fuck it. Let's go ahead and get Bobby on the line.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's do this.
All right.
Give him a call.
Oh, this motherfucker. What up? Bobby!
Oh,
What's up, fellas? What's up?
Now, what's going on, Captain?
Chilling, man. Working on a new track right now.
Oh, shit.
yeah, that's what's up. Stay working.
What's up, man? Always, man. Always working.
Man, how's it been going?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How you been, man? It's been a minute since we talked.
I know, right? Yeah, it's been pretty decent. Just waiting for August to get the hell away from down here.
Hell yeah, man. Why, what's going on in August, man? I don't even know what's going on. You got something going on in August, man?
Yeah, man. Pirate Fest.
Some kind of festival or something.
Oh, no shit. You're doing that this year?
Yeah. I think so. I believe I'm welcome back.
Hell yeah, man. I just updated the flyers today, and Project 33 has replaced the other thing you had going on there.
Cool.
Excellent.
Appreciate
it, man.
Well,
they'll be updated and online very soon, man. But we got all kinds of shit. And Dab City's got their day all lined up, ready to go. It's gonna be sweet, man.
Well, with any luck, I'll be able to come up there with Nick this year.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we definitely got to get you out on a kayak with this fool.
Yeah, drunken kayak runs are fun as shit.
Well, the good thing is if I fall off, I'm fat, so I'll float.
Oh, you'll be good. You'll be good, man. Trust me, we'll be golden, man. It's gonna be a good float.
Oh, yeah.
It only took me like 30 seconds to get a hold of that shit, and I was a pro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, if you got it, then I definitely got it.
Oh, yeah. It's so much fun, and it's something to do other than just, the music at the show, man. It gives somebody, some people who've never even done it before get to go and see something and do something they've never done. And it's cool. Like, you were one of my favorite people that came last year, Nick. We had that connection. I mean, you showed up early, so it was instant, man. And you knew we were going fucking kayaking, and it was on, man. And we had a blast, man. It was great.
I wouldn't replace that weekend for nothing, really.
Hell yeah, man.
As I said, I've been waiting to do it again.
I've still got your pirate flag at my house that you brought back.
I got a rag or something, a do-rag, man. I think a gray one or something.
Yeah, the one with the skull on it.
I believe I still have it somewhere around here.
Keep it as a memento.
I might have to wear it just because you're there.
Yeah. Oh, well, don't be surprised if I have to yank it off your head then. If you're going to show it off, I might have to jack it back, show you what Memphis is all about.
Hey, that's whatever you need to do, man. Pirates do what they want to do.
So Memphis
you can't steal another pirate's booty, man, without getting some type of retaliation.
Exactly.
That's fine. Fire them cannons. Fire them cannons. Oh, so... Man, we just got done listening to Space Age.
That shit is bumping.
Oh.
That shit is super bumping, dude. I'm really impressed with that. Nick's told me a lot about you since he came back from up there, and I've listened to a few of your things here and there, and then we were talking about getting you on, and I was like, man, I really need to check out some more of his stuff, man, and I really like what I hear, man. You got your own like different flow. It's really interesting, and I like what you're doing with all of it.
Definitely unique.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, you definitely got your own thing going on there, And I didn't realize that like pirate rap was like really even a thing,
Well, I didn't either, man. It just kind of happened.
But it's cool because it's like something you're passionate about,
Yeah, man. And it comes through in the music when you're passionate about I try and keep it real with, the shit I talk about in some of the songs, it relates to shit I do. I go kayaking, I go camping, and I have these little crazy mind trips out there by the fire, and I put it in music. There's only one way to do it, is put it into song.
That's awesome.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. That's awesome. And that's what music's all about too, just expressing yourself and relatable shit, coming through. There's always that sort of exaggerated thing to it, because that's part of the entertainment value of it and everything. But
yeah, of course. You got to be entertaining. If you're just doing the same thing as everybody else, you get boring.
Yeah,
that's definitely. There's a lot of that going around.
And it's like we say a lot, man. Anybody can be a rapper these days. Anybody. It's like, what else are you bringing to the table other than just you're a rapper or whatever, or you're just a musician in general. Anybody can make a garage band or anything like that. It's like you got to have that extra little spice, that little bit of flavor, something that makes you stand apart.
Oh, definitely, man. And the whole Bobby Waters thing is sort of new for me because I was making music before, but I was doing the same thing as everyone else, and I was not necessarily the same thing as everyone else, but as far as promoting my stuff, I was putting it out in everyone's face and, forcing people to try and listen, and it was getting me nowhere. And then, I don't know, I just, out of nowhere, the fucking Pirate Fest, man, that shit set me off, man, and everyone just loved it, and it gave me a purpose in music, not just to make the music, but give other people a chance to express themselves exactly how they want to. You don't have to be a fucking pirate to come to Pirate Fest. You can be anything you want to be and express yourself that way, And that's what I like, because I'm diverse, man. I like everything from fucking classic rock to... I have records, I have 8 tracks, I'm very cultured in music, so I like it all, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we had a conversation about that. I think it was on one of our most recent podcasts. We dipped into a little bit of our different musical influences and things, you know. Like I was brought up listening to classic rock, you know, and blues and, you know, old Motown and, you know, all that funk stuff and all that, you know.
And I was raised on cowboy boots and George Strait.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so we're very well versed in that, you know. And then me being from Memphis, you know, I've been around a lot of this gritty, dirty South rap, you know, of course, you know, heavily influenced by 3-6 Mafia and stuff like that, you know. I mean, because I'm from the same neighborhood those guys are from, man, Whitehaven, or as they refer to it as the BHZ, the Blackhaven Zone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Well, that, you know, Memphis was an underground hotspot for the longest time, man, because they allowed people to have creative freedom and do what they want to do. And, you know, 3-6 would put you on no matter what you did. They were like, you're cool? Okay, come on, smoke with us and make a track.
Yeah.
We got 20 motherfuckers on stage. We don't care. We just want to have fun and have a good time.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
The party.
That's what it's about.
It's about the party.
Having a good time, you know, making some dope music and just enjoying yourself, you know, and being who you are. Like, that's the biggest thing is too many people are afraid to be who they are or express themselves the way that they want to express themselves.
They feel like they got to keep up with people.
Or just, you know, worry about what everybody else is going to think of them, you know. And as far as I'm concerned, fuck that. You take me as who I am, you know. And I think that's what sets a lot of what all of us are doing apart, you know, like what sets you apart, you know. I mean, you're doing your thing, and I think it's dope, you know. And
it's definitely dope.
That's cool to me.
Well, you guys are doing some dope shit down there too, man. Even when you guys were fucking with the whole fucking Dark Hills gang shit and all that, man, it was cool, man. It was different. Even though, you know, there's whatever it is, I don't really care, you know, but it's all good music, you know. You guys were doing your own thing and in your own lane, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to continue that way, that's the only logical step, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the cool thing about working with them too, you know. I mean, we got respect for them and shit, you know. I like the music and everything because I like that, you know, horrorcore-esque rap and all that stuff too, you know. Mm-hmm. Came up listening to a lot of that, but you know, of course, you know, we made a decision last week to depart from the label because you're sort of in this stigma. When you're under a label named Bloody River Records, people immediately think, oh, those guys must make horrorcore rap, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to just be lumped into that box, you know? I mean, I make some music and it might kind of fall into that category, you know? There's a song that I'm working on for the album that I'm putting together at the moment. And I just call it my nightmare cipher, basically. But like, it's sort of horrorcore-ish in tone, but the way I'm designing it, I'm doing some really weird stuff with it. Like I want it to make somebody feel uncomfortable when they're listening to it. You know what I mean? It's just some weird kind of experimental shit I'm doing with it.
Well, see, but you're just being creative, man, and that's what the underground is, really. It's not horrorcore. You don't have to be that, but that's, you know, at that. People who do that, they're being creative. You know, I talk about killing and stupid shit in my songs sometimes. It's just fun to talk about sometimes, or it's funny, or it fits with the mood I'm in, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're being free and creating what you want to do. And it doesn't matter what, you know, everyone else is doing. Like you said, fuck what everyone else is doing. Just make what you want. And if you want to talk about this in one song and then talk about love in another song, who cares? You know, you can do that because you're the artist.
Exactly.
Right? I'll be the one to write a fucking song about tickling somebody's toes and shit.
Yeah. You know.
No, it's just that way.
Yeah.
Whatever the day brings.
Or you can write a song. You can write a song about riding around in a truck drinking beer. It doesn't have to be country. You can make a fucking rap song about that. You can make any song about that. We've seen that crossover recently with a lot of the hip hop, country rap, whatever. I just call it rap in general because I don't like to label it differently. It's just there's some country motherfuckers that are rapping, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Down here it's considered hip hop.
Hip hop.
Mm.
Yeah, they've given it its own like subgenre name, basically.
Well, I think that was all with Big Smo's whole thing. He wanted to label it as something.
Yeah, give them some kind of a name. You know, and that's my other thing is you got all these people that look for labels for things, and it's like, man, everything doesn't have to have a label, you know. Just do it. Just do what you do, and put it out there. Do it for yourself. You know, the way I look at it, I make my music for myself. I'm making what I like. You know, I'm making something I want to listen to. And if other people like it, that's great, man. That's awesome. Especially if I can write something that'll speak to somebody, you know, on a level. You know, because I've got some more serious toned things that I'm working on as well, you know, for this album that really kind of delve into me personally, you know, and it was some shit that I was going through at the time. And, you know, if that impacts one person, if they hear that and say, man, I relate to that, I feel that, you know, I totally get where you're coming from with that. Cool. If it speaks to one person, that's awesome. That makes me feel accomplished, you know.
Hell yeah, man. And if one person's that's all that matters, is if one person hears it and says, hey, you know, I got what you were saying, you know what I mean? Because that's what it is. Music is a form of communication, something that you can't really just tell somebody. So you put it into a song, and when they hear that and they're like, damn, I get it, and they come at you with what you meant in the song, you're like, damn, that's crazy. And it makes you feel great when just one motherfucker tells you that.
Yeah, of course. It's a beautiful thing, you know, like you connected on a different level, you know.
It makes it worth it in a way. It makes it more worth it than just doing it.
So,
yeah.
Awesome.
I do have a question for you. What actually got you into making music?
Well, I don't know, man. I've always been a fan of music. I liked classic rock and shit when I was younger. My mom always was playing old 50s shit and classic rock. And then, so I was just always a fan. Then hip hop came along, and I was always a fan of that, pop music. And I'm not gonna lie, I liked Paula Abdul, New Kids on the Block, you know, shit like that. And then,
no shame in that.
You know, everyone started kind of, you know, the underground came around. You know, ICP broke down barriers for the underground, and there was people everywhere making music, and you could do it, you know. And I liked music. I know what good music is because I've heard it, you know, and I know what shitty music is because I've heard that too.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make my own, you know. I like music. Let me make a few songs and see what happens. And I made a few, and I liked it. And so I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm just going to do this. And that's what happened, man, pretty much. And then since the whole Bobby Waters thing, that's been a lot of influence from my homie Hex, from LU Cypher, old school horrorcore. And he's just been riding with me the whole way, and he's been just supporting me, saying, hey, man, fuck what everybody says. Do what you do. Because he's always been that way.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he's mostly a mentor. You know, I'm not on his label. He's not on my label. We just do our own thing and link up and do things together.
But that's cool to have those associates like that, you know? Yes, you know, we're not on the same label together, but, you know, he's kind of like a ride or die, you know? And got your back, there for support, you know, and you can bounce ideas off of each other and, you know, give each other constructive criticism, things like that. You know, that's a cool thing to have.
Hell yeah. And you know what? And that's what I think I find at Pirate Fest, man. Not to toot my own fucking horn, but all these people I find are people on a similar level. They might not be the same quality or whatever. You can nitpick them to death, whatever. But they're all people on a similar level that just want to work and just want to perform and have fun and party with everybody, you know? And that's the kind of people I want to be around. I don't want to be around people who are all about pay me, I need my money, because that's not what this is about. It's about entertaining people and having a good time. And if you come out of pocket for it, so fucking what? You know, eventually it might pay off. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, that's just life.
That can't be your expectation.
What's that?
So money can't be your expectation in music. Not anymore, especially.
No. No, there's millions of people out there making music, and you have a 1 in a million chance to make it famous. And if not, you might as well have fun doing what you want to do. If it's not making you happy because you're not making money, then you shouldn't make music.
Yeah, you're in it for the wrong reason then, you know. My big thing as I got into this was, you know, I'm not doing this to try to get rich and famous. I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about money. I think money is like one of the worst things to ever happen to us, you know? I mean, exactly. You gotta have it to fucking live and to get by, you know? I mean, we're all stuck in part of the same system here, you know, that's designed to, you know, keep most of us down.
Well, I know you guys both have full-time jobs. I have a full-time job, and that's where I make my money.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, music is I spend my money that I make at work to make my music and have parties and have a good time, you know?
That's what it's about, you know? I would rather spend out of pocket and put on a fun show, a fun party, you know, and get good vibes rolling around and get everybody having a good time and all pumped up. And, you know, that's what it's about to me, you know, just expressing myself and entertaining people, you know, man. If we can get the crowd going and get them all pumped up and just really put on an entertaining show, you know,
and make people forget about their everyday problems.
That's what it's about.
Yep, exactly.
Because everybody has problems, and sometimes they just want to get the hell away from them.
Yeah, get you an escape.
Yeah.
So
escape to the woods.
Yeah. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So, all right. So I was wondering about this, as far as for your, production of music, you know, like, do you mix and master all your own stuff? Do you make your own beats or, you know, how does that process work for you?
Well, as a pirate, it's only fitting that I steal most of my beats. Sorry, I'll put it out there. I do. I don't make money off my music. I don't put it out there for sale, so I'm not breaking any rules.
There you go.
I just get beats where I find them. And, you know, I do all my own mixing. Well, I don't really master. I've played with it, and I'll dabble here and there. But, you know, I'm learning as I go, man. And that's, you know, I've played with music for a long time, and I have my own mic. I have everything set up that I need. So I just play with it until it sounds good enough for me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You couldn't tell that that's not mixed and mastered all the way.
Yeah, I mean, like,
especially Space Age, that sounds like it was completely professionally mixed and mastered.
Yeah, I mean, your quality, your mixed quality and all of that, it's really on par. You know, it sounds really good. It's got a, you know,
well, I really appreciate that. Coming from you guys, that means a lot, because I don't always hear that, because personally I don't think it's up to par with most people. But I'm looking at, you know, more established artists as, you know, mentors and people like, you know, of course their sound is better. They're going into studios and things like that. But I really appreciate that, because that means a lot to me, man. I think it sounds good to my ears, but, you know, people don't always tell you what the mix sounds like. They're just like, oh, that's a good song or that's a bad song, you know?
Well, I don't know if you've listened to the other episodes of our podcast, but we have no problem telling people what we think of their music.
Oh, at all. At all.
You know, and if it sounds like shit, we'll tell you it sounds like shit. But, you know, I'm also going to give you constructive criticism about it, you know, give you some ideas like, hey, man, try this or that, you know, different stuff.
Yeah.
And
that's what we should do as musicians and artists. If everyone wants to be an artist, then we should at least help each other out and say, hey, man, you're doing it all wrong. Or,
yeah.
Hey, that sounds great. You know, whatever.
But you got some people that get their ass on their shoulders about it and think that you're just, like, attacking them. And, you know,
sometimes you have to read between what we're saying.
Yeah, read between the lines, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you know, the concept of our podcast started out with us, you know, we were just kind of being dickheads, and like we tell you straight off the bat, like, look, we're intentionally being assholes about this, but we also, you know, because it's an entertainment value thing, but also, you know, we're giving you a little bit of exposure and we're offering some constructive criticism. I know that we're not the best, you know. I know that we need work. I learn shit every day, you know. Nick learns shit every day. And that's what it's about.
And you know what? Hold on.
Learning and growing.
You know what? Even established artists, even fucking Snoop Dogg and, you know, anyone, Elvis, well, he's dead, but you know what I mean. Anyone.
We're not sure about that down here. I don't know about y'all up there, but we're not sure he's dead all the way.
I don't think anybody's sure about it. I think he's with the whole East-West Coast battle. I think he's chilling with Tupac somewhere, but
exactly.
That's another story.
Underground bunker somewhere.
even these artists are learning stuff every day. You know, they're still learning shit. You know, they don't think they're perfect because they're still like, hey, they might hear something new, like auto-tune came around and everyone was about, oh, let's learn how to do that.
Yeah.
So people are always learning new things about music, and that's the best thing about it, because it's always changing.
Yeah, there's always going to be something new to learn, something new to play with, different things to experiment with, you know, and
new program.
Yeah, that's the entertaining thing about it. And music is such an abstract thing that, you know, you could play with it in so many different ways and get so many different, you know, sounds and tones and things like that. You know, I mean, that's where, I mean, like, Trent Reznor is a good example of that, you know, old nails and shit, you know. I mean, the guy was like, you know, it's like he threw a cat in a fucking bag and slammed it against a trash can and was like, yeah, that sounds pretty fucking good. Let's sample that for a beat, you know, some crazy shit like that. But he really kind of like, you know, defines, he kind of defines that sort of industrial-esque genre, you know, in that tone in that time, you know. I mean, you say 9 Inch Nails, you say Trent Reznor, and you think about that music that he created, and especially, you know, listening to some of his more experimental later stuff as well, you know, but you listen to things like Downward Spiral and stuff like that, and he's on some next level shit, you know, and that's a good example of somebody just doing what they want to do because that's what they're passionate and that's what they feel. And I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks about it. You can like it or not. I like it. It's my music. I'm doing it for me, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, I tell this to a lot of people. They always ask, well, you know, what's your music influences, the biggest ones? And, you know, I grew up listening to crazy shit like Marilyn Manson, 9 Inch Nails, Rob Zombie, fucking shit like that. But the biggest one, I love Tool. I love Maynard. He's the most creative motherfucker with his voice. And he made me want to make music, whether it was rap or whatever the fuck I could do. If I can make sounds with my mouth, I want to do that. You know what I mean? And Marilyn Manson was a huge influence. And of course, Esham, because he was rap and he was different and he was making different things. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up in Detroit, so of course I got to pay homage. Everyone loved Esham in Detroit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So,
yeah, Esham was definitely on his own shit, you know?
And technically still is.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, he does not give a fuck. He'll make an album and does not care if 2 people buy it. You know, he knows some people are going to. He's got his cult following, so he's going to make a little bit of change, but he doesn't care, you know, and that's cool. To me, you know, I'll say some of his albums I don't care for, but I still respect it as an artist because he's doing whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Exactly. That's what it's about too, you know, and just, I definitely think that a lot of the artist community could benefit from coming together and you know, bouncing things off of one another without getting feelings hurt and feeling like
hell yeah,
tapping them and shit like that. You know, it's like, you know, help each other out. You know, make a community and a collective out of it.
I hate to say this, but that's mostly because of these labels, man. Because if you're not a part of that label and you say one bad thing to somebody on that label, then everyone there hates you instantly.
Oh, yeah.
And you might not have said something terrible. You might have just said, hey, I didn't care for that album that he did. And then it gets back to 20 motherfuckers, and then they all hate you.
Yeah,
and they're ready to go to war over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid, you know.
It's asinine. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's definitely not the way it used to be. But
No.
you still got people, you know, like Steve Burton and them, you know, everybody's still doing their own shit. So they just need to keep doing their own stuff.
There's still some of us out here that are doing what we want to do, but it's different now, man. The whole scene's different, but I think it'll turn back around, because I don't know how you guys are in your city, but I've been in, you know, I've been in Michigan, I've been in Houston, and I've been in Atlanta during different time periods. And right now, the whole fucking city is just kind of dead, man. The bars are dead. Even when people do shows, it's not like that used to be, full of people. You know?
Oh yeah,
and I think people are just, I don't understand it, man. People they're sick of hearing garbage or what. They just don't want to support people anymore. And that's the biggest thing too, is other artists don't want to support other artists anymore. So they're not bringing their homies to your show because it's your show, not theirs, you know?
Yeah, that's the big thing around Memphis.
Yeah.
Is there is no love for another artist from an artist.
Yeah, it's pretty cutthroat around here, you know? I mean, we've got...
And that's how it is everywhere right now. It sucks, and people they need to stop that shit, man. And just, if everybody worked together, we could all make tons of money and surpass the mainstream if we wanted to. Yeah. Not worry about trying to be rich and famous. We could make money in our own way.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, in my opinion, you know? And with the cutthroat mentality, especially in this part of the world, you know, you got this whole dirty South thing, and these people get really into that kind of stuff. We've been lucky to at least make some good connections with some other artists associated with other labels and stuff, and
that you wouldn't really think would associate with people like us.
Yeah, but you know, we've made some good connections with these guys, and we are getting support from some of that. So there's some of that love out there, you know, that these people that understand and respect what other artists are doing, even if it's not in their same wheelhouse, or you know, you're not on their label with them or anything like that. So that's something I think that Nick and I have been very lucky with. You know, we've made these connections with these guys that really, they support music. They love the music, and that's what they're about, you know?
Which is probably why we've connected so hard with them.
Yeah.
You know, it's, when we go to do these shows, we go to have fun. We're not trying to impress people. We're not looking for the audience that just wants to hear the shit that they want to hear. They're showing up just to hang out and vibe out, you know, get drunk, get high, have fun. And if it's any other way, we wouldn't want to be a part of it.
Yeah. That's what it's about. Yeah. So, which, to me, I mean, that, like I said, I mean, I keep saying it, that's what it's all about, man. Just that collective of, you know, just the love and passion for what we're all out here doing, you know, just doing our thing, putting our music out there, expressing ourselves how we want to, and supporting other artists that do that, you know?
Like, as an example, David DeBrain of the Dark Hills Gang had a show this past weekend, and it was nothing but metal acts. We were the only hip-hop group there that was there. And going in, we were nervous as shit, because you think metal, they don't like rap. They don't want to hear that shit. But by the end of it, it was like, man, that shit was pretty fucking dope. And we made connections with a couple of the bands.
Well, you know what, man? I've been doing a lot of shows like that here in Toledo, too, because the metal bands are still playing. The rock bands play old school way, man. They just want to play. They don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I've been jumping on a bunch of shows with these guys, and the fans from them, and I get such a good response and vibe. Even if they don't love rap or don't love my music, they still like, man, you did a great performance. You were, you know, we could tell you were having a good time, you know, and I meet these people, and it's more of a networking thing for me than anything. And I go to the rap shows, and people just stand in the corner. You know, artists go, and then they do their show, and then they stand somewhere, and they don't talk to anybody. They don't mingle with anybody. But these rock people, they, you know, I like to go down and even talk to people sitting at the bar, even if they're locals. I'm like, hey, what's up? Let's talk. You know, I don't care who you are.
Well, you have to be that way.
Yeah.
If not, you'll never make a connection. You'll never you're not networking if you're not talking.
No. It's crazy. I don't understand why people are like that. It's weird. It's just weird how music has changed so much with I think the internet has really jarred things and made people very antisocial and, judgmental and crazy.
I actually had that conversation with a younger artist a couple of days ago. Actually, I think it was yesterday. A lot of the artists that have been doing this for 10 plus years, they see how easy it is for people to jump on all this shit now. And it does in a way cause a little bit of tension because you don't have to put in the work you used to. You can throw something on SoundCloud and you're just automatically considered whatever you want to be considered.
Though some of these motherfuckers shouldn't be uploading that shit to SoundCloud, is all I'm saying.
There's a lot of it on SoundCloud that just,
Well, it goes back to earlier, as anybody can be a rapper. Anybody can be a musician now. What else you bring into the table? Because everybody's got their shit out there, Everybody can pump it.
Well, and back in the day in Houston, the whole pop trunk thing, motherfuckers were selling their tapes out of their trunk, and you'd go into the mall. I was in Houston for a couple of years. You go into the mall, and people be standing outside in their pimped out ride with the trunk pops with their CDs in it, and you had to meet people in order to sell your shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I can't put it up on iTunes and hope 20 people buy it. I go out and push it in the parking lot, and it was a different world.
Yeah, you do that now, and motherfuckers just look at you like you're crazy.
Like it surprises me at the amount of people that don't even realize what a CD is.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, a lot of them stores, I guess Best Buy is going to stop selling CDs and just have digital cards.
Tech Nine's new album was the very last album that Best Buy was taking in, actually.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So, the digital medium, has definitely taken over a lot of that. So, getting out there and fucking selling CDs and shit like that, that's still a thing,
But it's few and far between.
But it's kind of forgotten, and people aren't doing that part. They're just pushing it online, and they're not going anywhere else.
And spamming the shit out of people.
They're not selling themselves. They're just pushing shit.
Yeah.
We're printing up, getting CDs pressed up and shit, and we're at shows with CDs. Like, hey, check this shit out. We're about to put together a new sampler to hand out at our next show that we're going to do, and it's like, hey, throw us $1 donation, and there's only going to be like 4 or 5 tracks on it. It's like, throw us $1. If not, here, just take the fucking CD and listen to it. All of our social media stuff is everything, all of our connections are on the back. This is where you can find us.
If you like it, hit us up.
Yeah.
And get some more. You still have to do work.
Yeah. And
if you're not doing the work, you're not really an artist to me.
Yeah. I think everyone would like to make some money doing this. I would love to be able to quit my day job and just work on music all the time. I think any artist
wouldn't we all
be able to do that, and I think in that respect, you got to think about the whole fact that, man, you got to spend money to make it, and I'm perfectly fine, pressing up 50 or 100, sampler CDs and, a nice little, put in a little jewel case or just like a sleeve, those little cardboard sleeves, and just fucking handing them out here, if you can throw me $1 or $2 for them, that's awesome. If not, here, just take it, check it out, listen to it, enjoy this shit, see if it's your cup of tea.
Yeah. And that hard work will pay off in some way, shape, or form.
Oh,
you know what I mean? If you're not doing anything and you're just sitting back, you're not gonna ever go anywhere or be anything.
Yeah, you can't just rely.
I'm definitely working on some T-shirts for Pirate Fest.
Hell yeah!
Some of my own and maybe some special ones for that. And I think I found that to be, even in Tech Nine's, fame, he's made most of his money off of merchandise.
That's what most artists make their money now, merchandise. You can't
it's hard
make any
to sell
money.
a song anymore.
Yeah, you can't really make any money selling your music. You make money on merchandise and touring and stuff.
You're making a brand almost, and that's something to sell. And if you go to a show and, a lot of these artists come and they're like, well, I didn't make any money because I only got so much from the door. But they didn't bring any shirts to sell, no stickers, no nothing. I'm guilty. but I'm not crying about it either.
Right. It's just
but
the
that's how
guy's
you
crying
make
about
money. You know, that's how you need to do it. If you really want to make some money, brand yourself and put a brand out there, and that's where the money's going to come. And then eventually big shows will pay off when you start doing big shows. And, you know, that's where the money's at. It's not in the music itself.
Yeah, and they don't understand that if somebody gets a sticker or a shirt and somebody else sees that sticker or shirt, that could cause another fan. You know?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Who's that?
10 people will see that. It's proven. It's proven. 10 people will see that sticker, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you stick that shit on your car, you know, especially if you commute a lot, you know, and like me, man, I do service work, you know. I drive all over Memphis every single day, man. I'm everywhere. People will see that sticker, and, you know, I know how my brain works, and I see some stickers on some cars, and I'm like, I wonder what that's about, just because, you know, I like the font that they used or just the way it's presented.
It makes you curious.
Yeah, I'm curious about this. I wonder if I can find some information about it.
That's why I drive around with my name on the back of my truck.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and not only that,
on the back of my
when
truck.
people see that and then say they don't even register to like look it up or anything like that, but somebody else like a couple days later says, "Hey, you ever heard of this guy?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I just saw his fucking name all over the back of a truck."
Yeah.
So it sticks in their brain, and then they think, "Oh, he must be something else." You know, now I'm gonna look into this shit.
Well, I've actually had people ask me, "Yo, what's that in the back of your? What is that?" It's like, you know, it's my name. Here, go check it out.
Yeah, that's me. That's my. You know.
Yeah, look it up. You'll find out.
Google me, bitch.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, you might want to. That's a roll of the dice for you, brother. Yeah. But yeah, man. It's just it's a whole different world out there now. You know, it's the internet has been good for music, but bad for it. You know.
Yeah, definitely. There's ups and downs to everything. It's just, I think people are misusing it to the point where it's just excessive. You know, they need to step back and still use the internet. I still use it. I
hell
use
yeah,
Facebook every fucking day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know,
I'm
still going out and meeting people. I'm not just sitting on the internet posting a song every day because I've been working on a song every fucking day and I don't leave my house. Fuck that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, in today's society, you have to utilize it. You know, you have to utilize social media. You have to use those tools that are at your disposal. You know, because that's where a lot of people are at. That's where a lot of people consume their information these days. But there's still something to be said about getting out there and, you know, putting boots to the ground and getting out there and hustling, you know.
Showing you're serious.
Yeah, get out there and put yourself out there, put your brand out there, and you know, get that word of mouth going on and stuff like that. That makes such a big difference, you know, and if you can get people talking, you know.
Definitely. Yeah, man, that's what it's all about. And that's what people did back in the day, and that's how they got to where they are now.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's awesome.
Well, Bobby, we're going to have to cut it, but we do appreciate you calling and getting in on this, man. We appreciate it.
Oh, definitely. And you know what? I look forward to seeing you guys at Pirate Fest. Both of you better fucking be there. Your brother better be there. You better get True's ass up there.
Dude, yeah, off record, I'll have to holler about you on that one.
Yeah.
Well,
He's kind of MIA right now. Nobody knows where he's at.
We'll find his ass. But anyways, before I go, I want to give a shout out to Killer King because he's got a show this weekend that I'll be performing at on Friday. So if you guys post this before then, let everybody know. Come check us out if they're in Toledo, man.
I'll bet. Yeah, anything you need to plug, go for it.
Yeah, man, go ahead and plug Pirate Fest and all that stuff, man. Plug what you want, make your shout outs.
Oh, well, you know, I want to shout out everybody. From Pirate Fest last year, you know, everybody that was there. I love everybody.
Even
everybody
IBS.
I've met in the past. Even fucking IBS. I don't give a shit. That city's coming back. And you know what? They're not even into hip hop and they're coming back. So that says something right there.
Yeah.
So, you know, come out. It's going to be great. August 17th, 18th, and 19th. Motherfuckers better be there this year. I got tickets for sale. All you got to do is hit me up on Facebook, and we can talk. We'll wheel and deal if you want to.
That's what's up. And I'll post a link to your profile and your SoundCloud and everything to the podcast when it comes out.
So you can parlay in true pirate fashion.
Well, and you guys are running the dunk playing freestyles, right?
Yeah, I've already established that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and everyone is excited about that because you know what? That's cool because people that come that aren't performing can still participate and have a good time and show off,
Yeah, because like I said, that's something that's rare down here because people can't do that in Memphis without ready to get into a fight or start shooting clubs up. It don't happen down here.
That's why we're right on the river because if anybody starts shit, we're tossing their ass in the river, man.
Damn right, they walk in the plank.
Hell yeah. Bobby, we appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. Much fucking love, much pirate love, and all that shit, man. I'm glad you guys don't ever quit making music no matter what happens. Just always do what you do, man.
Hell yeah, same to you, brother. We'll definitely have you back on the show again sometime, man.
Most definitely.
Anytime, man. You guys call me any fucking time. I don't give a shit.
Excellent. All right, brother, take it easy.
All right, everybody. So we just had a great conversation with our good friend Captain Bobby Waters. It's a great conversation, great interview. We really like Bobby. He's a cool dude.
Don't forget to go check him out if you ain't heard of him. He's damn sure putting Ohio on the map.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to share some links. We'll post them on our Facebook page, CRUZIN with NIC&NUXX. We'll post them on our personal pages too, anyone that's on our personal pages. And then also our individual pages as well, the official NICADEMUS and Knuckles. So check that shit out. Also, we'll put a little preview up on our YouTube channel, and
it's just enough to suck you motherfuckers in.
Yeah, and we'll have have links in there as well. So yeah,
it was a good show.
Yeah, I think that
was definitely a good show.
Yeah, we had a good interview. A good dude.
And it's nice to know that there's such a cultural difference between here in Memphis and up there, but yet you still feel the same way.
Yeah, man, you got that love, that there's definitely that underground love, people that are real artists that have respect for the music. They love the music, and they know that that's what it's about. That makes a big difference, and like what we talked about in the conversation, man, if more of us would come together and support each other and not let egos and things like that get in the way, we could really do something. The underground,
we could change music.
Yeah, we could take over all of this mainstream garbage that's crammed down our throats all of the time. What it's about.
These motherfuckers that just make songs and they say the same fucking words throughout the whole song.
Oh, you got 6 or 7 people that write a song for somebody, and it's mostly the same shit being repeated over and over again.
Yeah,
and it's garbage.
True.
It's just manufactured garbage, and people just fucking eat it up. It's disgusting.
It is.
Think for yourselves, people. Think for yourselves.
Don't be sheeple.
Yeah.
Be people.
Exactly. So I guess that's going to bring us to the end of our podcast this week.
Are we going to do some bow chicka wow wows?
Some bow chicka wow wow. Oh, yeah. So you got any new funny, disgusting shit to share with us this week? You got any new moves?
I wouldn't necessarily call this one disgusting, but it's definitely fun. Okay. I'm damn sure down to try it. I hope I don't get kicked out of Target for this one.
Okay, all right. Well, educate me, Nick. Tell me something fun to do.
Do you know what smashturbating is?
Smashturbating.
Yeah.
See, now if I had to take an educated guess, I would think it would have something to do with like smashing your genitals in some sort of way or something, which sounds awful, in my opinion.
Yeah, that sounds awful. But this sounds awesome.
All right. So
you know the little Hulk hands that you can get at the stores? You know, the big fucking hands that you just slide your hand
in? The big
in?
foam Hulk hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're basically taking the Hulk hands and jacking off with them. No, you don't even need a partner for this one. You just sit down in the aisle at Walmart and take care of business.
Man, I hope your dick is huge, though, because you got Hulk hands. I mean, those are big fucking hands. You better have, like, a Hulk-sized dick for them. You know what I mean?
Well, I haven't had no complaints. Except for the last 12.
The last 12.
And I've only had 14. So, I'm pretty good.
You know, 2 out of 14 ain't bad.
Not at all. That's great odds for Nicodemus. That's fucking great odds for me.
That's Vegas odds for you, baby.
What about you? You got one for this week?
Okay, so here's a fun one. We call this one the alligator fuck house.
Alligator fuck house.
Yeah, this is...
Oh, this sounds interesting. I like alligators.
This is some of that shit you do when you're trying to spice some things up, you know, or you just feel fucking...
Tired of the same old board.
Yeah, you just want to shake up the game, you know. So,
oh, please describe. please describe this, because I am waiting.
Well, the alligator fuck house is it's kind of like a daring sexual maneuver, you know, where mid-coitus, or while you're fucking for the lames, you know.
Yeah, please speak to me. You know I'm not educated past the 7th grade.
All right, so while you're fucking your bitch, okay, you bite her on the neck, okay? You just lock down, and you lock your arms and legs down around them, okay? Then you just go into a death roll like an alligator, okay? But the trick, the whole time, you got to manage to keep your dick inside of her.
Man, that'd be hard with a fat bitch. Does it matter which hole you choose?
I mean, I think as long as you're in a hole. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point.
I'm going to have to hit Lamar when we're done. I got to try that one.
Yeah, but you know, if you get a really fat bitch, I mean, that's like expert level mode, you know? Like, if you put it in video game terms.
You're right. I need to start off with a midget.
Yeah, that's like doing
Little
expert
people.
mode, you know?
My bad.
You know, good luck. I mean, you may not be able to wrap your arms and legs all the way around her. Then it's like riding a wild bucking bull or something like that.
That's what straps are for. You got to get your toy game up, dog.
Get the toy game up. Look, I know a thing or two about toys. You got. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have something stuck in your throat?
Depends on what toys you're talking about. Are they the giving or receiving kind?
Look, leave me and my fleshlight alone, okay? I just, you know.
Hey, no judgment there.
Just like any other man, I like to fuck my flashlight in peace, you know?
Right. Yeah. Does yours double as an actual flashlight?
It does.
Man, that's the best one. I paid the extra $10 for that one too.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Amazon's the shit. Fuck that discreet billing. I want that postman to know what I'm getting.
Yeah. They'll be like, man, there's a dirty deviant motherfucker that lives right here.
This is probably why they still leave my shit in the road.
Speaking about these toys and shit, man, what do you think about these sex robots they got coming out?
Man, I don't know what to think, honestly.
Yeah.
A part of me is curious, but I like to be cooked dinner afterwards.
Well, you know, most women that I've encountered these days, a lot of them can't even cook, you know?
True. That's true.
I mean, it's funny to me that, like, I've seen a lot of stuff on social media about them. You know, you got all these bitches tripping out about, you know, oh, these motherfuckers fixing to get all these sex dolls and fuck them, but, you know, what's she gonna do for you after that? Oh, you know, she ain't even doing nothing, no shit like that. It's like, well,
what does that dildo do?
Doing about the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah,
nothing.
Right. Damn.
You know?
But it's true. There's a lot of hypocrisy in it on the other side.
There is. You know, my thing is prove your worth, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, and I ain't saying that all women are shitty or none of them do anything or anything like that. There's some good women out there. They're few and far between.
Especially after, I would say, at our age, if you're not a part of our age, I don't think I want any of these new young bitches. It's hard to find one that even has their mind all together. It really is.
They're too busy eating fucking Tide Pods and shit, you know.
Yeah, like I said, that doesn't go towards everybody in between 18 and 28. You know, none of that. It's just a lot of them just don't care anymore. They don't have the skills it takes to keep a man, and it shows.
Yeah,
it really shows.
Well, you know, and I think it's true on both sides of the aisle. Honestly,
yes, it does.
Men and women both. They want some unrealistic, you know, thing, and it's just not there.
Yeah, men, quit trying to put your women as a Pornhub actress.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen if it's not going to happen unless she's already that way.
Right.
And then you might want to take back and say, okay, is this what I really want? Which, you know, I love porn actresses.
Yeah. But, you know, I think that's a conversation for another podcast. So,
getting way off topic here.
Yeah, we are. So, with that, you know, maybe we'll get that on another episode sometime. Yeah. You know, we'll have I mean, we sort of had like an all sex related episode a couple episodes back. That was unintentional. We didn't even plan that.
Was not on purpose.
It just fucking kind of happened.
Didn't even notice it until we were listening to the podcast.
Yeah, playing it back, and I was like, I mean, in the middle of it, we were like, holy shit, this has been very sexual themed.
Yeah. Which, you know, I still play the shit out of that Masturbate song.
Yeah, it was a good song. It was a catchy song. So props to a weirdo from Memphis for that shit. Yeah. Because that's dope. But yeah, so that's this week's episode of Cruising with Nick and Nux. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Appreciate you cruising with us.
Yeah. Special thanks to our guest, Mr. Captain Bobby Waters.
Yes, appreciate you coming on the show,
all the way from Ohio.
Toledo representative.
Yeah, getting ready to put on this Pirate Fest here coming up in August. That's going to be dope as hell.
Dope.
And
the fact that it's, you know, Ohio has legal weed now.
Oh shit.
So that's gonna be the shit.
Go up there, hop on a kayak, smoke you some legal weed, listen to some awesome music, you know, camp out, enjoy a good long weekend, you know, have fun.
Get away from the bullshit.
Yeah, get away from the real world for a few days, you know, and just enjoy yourselves. So with that,
we appreciate you listening to another episode.
Yeah. Go check out our Facebook pages. We mentioned them earlier. Cruising with Nick and Nux, the official Nicademus, and then Knuckles.
Spelled with an N?
Yeah, N-U-C-K-L-E-S, Knuckles. And then check out our YouTube channel as well, Cruising with Nick and Nux.
Hellgrod is still up
Nick
there?
And Nux. I think it's just Nick and Nux.
Yeah,
the YouTube channel is just Nick and Nux.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
Yeah. Forgive me, I'm high.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, check out the YouTube channel. Go subscribe to that. Turn on those little notifications. You'll know when we post new content. Check out the music video for Hail Grod by Nick and Nux. And then check out Audio Mac as well. We're putting the podcast on Audio Mac, so you can go download it. You don't have to have YouTube open all the time to listen to the whole podcast.
You don't have to drain your battery listening to the bullshit.
Exactly. So check us out on all those social media mediums. And
hopefully more to come.
Yeah, definitely. So until next week, boys and girls, we will catch you later. Same cruising time.
Same cruising channel.
Peace, motherfuckers.
That's it for this episode of Cruising with Nick and Nux. Hope you can join us next time for the next episode. Be sure to subscribe, comment, share, like, dislike, and then fuck off!